Sagittarius, your moment of expansion has arrived. An unstoppable force is leading you to success. Before we begin, I want to thank you for being here, for your vibrant energy, for every bold step you take in life, and for the passion you bring to each challenge. You are a born explorer, a truth seeker, and today, through tarot, we will uncover the messages that the universe has reserved for you. Take a moment to breathe deeply. Let your mind be filled with endless possibilities and focus on what you desire most. This is a timeless reading, which means this message is coming to you at the perfect moment. If you want a more complete vision, remember to complement this with readings for your ascendant and moon signs. Sagittarius, the first card that appears in your reading is the Ten of Pentacles, a card indicating stability and achievements. But for you, it's not just about material wealth. It's about the consolidation of a goal, a personal adventure, or a dream that you have been pursuing with unwavering determination. Alongside this card, we have the Chariot, King of Wands, and Knight of Pentacles, confirming that every step you have taken has been guided by your innate trust, visionary spirit, and desire to conquer new horizons. Sagittarius, are you aware of the power of your determination? Right now, you have the ability to see opportunities where others only see obstacles. The cards suggest that if you continue trusting your instincts and your drive to move forward, life will surprise you with unexpected rewards. Take a moment to reflect on recent decisions that have changed the course of your life. Because if you keep betting on your convictions and courage, the path ahead will be filled with enriching experiences. The cards also show that you might be at a key moment to make an important change, whether in your career, social circle, or a new project that will reignite your passion. If you believe in amulets and energies, the cards suggest that turquoise or green aventurine can help channel luck and clarity on your path. You might also consider working with herbs like cinnamon, which enhances energy and good fortune. But there is something else in your reading. Sagittarius, something inside you still feels uneasy. The Devil card appears, indicating that you may be facing internal fears, doubts, or even people in your environment trying to hold you back. First, write this decree in the comments of this video. I decree a financial miracle in my life. I am deserving. I accept and receive all the happiness of the universe. Thank you. Write this decree and observe how the universe begins to align with you. This is your time, make it happen. And remember, if you love these messages full of positive energy and transformation, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Sagittarius, you are a sign born to be free, to travel the world, to explore the unknown. However, even the most indomitable spirits can become trapped in invisible chains. It's time to ask yourself, what is truly holding you back? Is it a real obstacle or just a mental barrier? Is it an external situation, or is it your own fear of change? Is there anyone in your life who is trying to doubt your potential? The cards are clear. Sagittarius, do not let uncertainty or the opinions of others steer you away from your destiny. Sagittarius, I know you're a sign that loves action and movement. But sometimes, when things don't progress the way you want, you get impatient and start to doubt your path. It's important to remember something. The fear of the unknown should never become an excuse to stop moving forward. The universe is sending you clear signs that you can trust in your strength, independence, and ability to overcome any challenge. You didn't get this far to stagnate. You've worked too hard to let insecurity hold you back. Now, I also see in your reading the presence of someone who might be influencing your energy in an insincere way. It could be a person who distracts you with unnecessary problems, or someone trying to keep you in a place that no longer suits you. Sagittarius, don't let anything or anyone hold you back. In love, there are two very distinct scenarios in your reading. If you're in a stable relationship, the cards suggest that the bond can be strengthened, but it will be essential to maintain each person's personal space and freedom. The key for you is not to feel trapped, but to find a relationship that respects your independence. On the other hand, if there is someone from the past who is still lingering in your thoughts, the cards indicate that this person is still thinking about you but doesn't know how to approach you. Do you feel like someone is observing you from a distance? The signs point to someone who seems to have left but is still present in your energy. Whatever your situation, remember this, Sagittarius. You are the one who decides who you share your life with. Don't let nostalgia or habit pull you back to places where you no longer resonate. The changes you are experiencing are not a coincidence, they are the result of your revolution. Don't be afraid to close doors if you feel they no longer lead you to where you want to be. Trust your intuition, your wisdom, and the path you are creating. Breathe, relax, and open your mind, because what comes next is crucial for your destiny. The cards show me that a decisive moment is approaching a choice that will change the direction of your path. In your reading, the Two of Swords appears, signaling that there is something you've been avoiding facing. You've delayed making a decision, hoping fate will resolve it for you. But the tarot is clear, Sagittarius, you can't keep ignoring this. The time to act has arrived. Ask yourself this question: what is truly holding you back? Is it fear of change, fear of making mistakes, or perhaps the fear of losing something in the process? The Two of Swords appears when there is uncertainty, when an important decision is at stake. But in your case, Sagittarius, the key is to trust your instincts and your ability to see the bigger picture. And here's the most interesting part alongside this card. We have the Magician. When the Magician appears, it means you have everything you need to move forward. Maybe you haven't realized the power you hold in your hands yet. You may think you're not ready, but let me tell you something. Sagittarius, you are stronger, more capable, and more determined than you think. Think about all the times you faced challenges and moved forward, even when the road seemed uncertain. It was your courage and optimism that helped you find a solution. Do you remember how you did it? That same confidence, inner fire, and vision of the future are what will allow you to keep moving forward. Sagittarius, don't let doubt paralyze you. I know that as a Sagittarius, it's difficult for you to stay still. When indecision takes over, you feel like you're losing your essence. But there comes a point where overthinking can become a hindrance instead of a push forward. Here's something crucial that I need to tell you in your reading. The Five of Swords appears. A card that speaks of conflicts and clashes that won't take you where you truly want to go. Sagittarius, be honest with yourself. Are you fighting a battle that's really worth it? Or are you clinging to something out of pride or fear of losing? What the cards are telling me is that sometimes, to win, you need to let go. Not every struggle needs to continue, and not every battle has to be fought until the end. Holding on to situations that no longer make sense only drains you and prevents you from moving toward what truly matters. So ask yourself, am I fighting for something I genuinely want? Or am I simply resisting change? Listen carefully, Sagittarius, not everything that is lost is a true loss. Some things leave our lives because their purpose has been fulfilled, and now they are preventing us from growing into what we're meant to be. This is exactly what I see in your cards. One cycle is ending, and another is about to begin. Now, there's something else. Someone in your life has not yet closed a chapter with you. I don't know if you already have someone in mind, but the cards are showing me the energy of someone who is still thinking of you. even if you don't realize it. Sagittarius love is still present in your life, but it's time for you to move forward. This person, in some way, is still tied to you. It could be someone from your past who still thinks about you, or even someone in your present who has not been entirely sincere with you. Here we have the Eight of Cups, a card that speaks of necessary farewells, of letting go, even when it hurts. But notice something important. This isn't a farewell full of resentment. It's a closure that allows for the growth of both parties. Sagittarius, do you feel there's someone in your life who no longer fits with the person you are becoming? Your nature is free, adventurous, and ever-evolving, yet this person is still trapped in the past. What I see here is that someone close to you is having difficulty accepting that things have changed. Perhaps you, too, have felt nostalgia for a connection that no longer aligns with your present. But I want you to remember this. Letting go doesn't mean losing. It means making space for something better. Now, let's talk about the future, because this is where the cards are showing me something truly exciting. The Ten of Cups appears a card that represents fulfillment, love, harmony, and emotional satisfaction. This doesn't mean everything will change overnight, but it does indicate that if you make the right decisions, a phase of happiness and stability awaits you. Sagittarius, life is testing you. Are you going to keep clinging to what no longer serves you, or will you dare to open yourself to new experiences? The cards are clear. Once you leave fear behind and make a decision with confidence, the universe will reward you in ways you can't even imagine. So, I want you to think about this. What is it that you know you should let go of, but are afraid to? What decision have you been postponing because of fear of the unknown? Sagittarius, my dear, the message from the cards is not over yet. I want you to breathe deeply and connect with what you feel right now. Close your eyes if you need to, because a powerful energy is swirling around you. I feel that something is finally taking shape in your life. Something that's been suspended in the air without clear direction is now finding its course. The cards speak of a deep transformation, and here we see a key card, Death. But don't worry, Sagittarius. This card doesn't signify a negative ending. Rather, it signifies a rebirth. It talks about closing cycles that no longer serve you to make way for something completely new. Take a moment to reflect. What no longer makes you happy? Is it a job, a relationship, a mindset? Maybe it's a routine that's been limiting you instead of pushing you forward. What I see here is clear your soul is calling for change. Perhaps you postponed this transformation out of fear, comfort, or simply because you weren't ready to face it before. But now, I want you to ask yourself an important question. If today you had the chance to start over without fear, without limits, without the weight of the past, what would you do differently? Sagittarius, your transformation has already begun. It's time to trust what you know. The cards tell me that an opportunity is on its way, but it's up to you whether you take it or keep clinging to the familiar. Death, combined with the Hierophant, indicates that you've learned a valuable lesson. Recently, something has changed in your way of seeing life. Maybe you've learned to set boundaries, value your independence, and prioritize your happiness. You may now realize that you don't need anyone's validation to follow your own path. This brings me to another key card in your reading, the Three of Swords. This card reveals an emotional wound that has not yet healed, a pain that, even if you try to ignore it, is still there in some corner of your heart. I don't know if it's a betrayal, a disappointment in love, or something personal, but I can see that there's something inside you that still needs to be released so you can move forward without emotional burdens. Sagittarius, you've always been strong. Your ability to bounce back and find meaning in each experience is one of your greatest virtues. But I want you to pay attention to this. The cards don't want you to ignore this pain. They don't want you to bury it under your optimism and your desire to move on without looking back. It's time to heal, truly heal, not just appear fine. Reflect on this. Is there anything from the past that still weighs on you? Are you still waiting for an explanation or an apology that never came? Is there a pain you've hidden behind your optimism and independence? What I see is that your healing process has already started. But for it to be complete, you need to allow yourself to feel and release what still occupies space inside. Here, the Chariot appears a card that indicates you're still moving forward, even if you don't always feel it. Sometimes, we believe we're stagnant because we don't see immediate changes in our reality. But the truth is, change is already happening within you. Every time you choose to care for yourself, every time you choose to move forward despite fear, you are evolving. Sagittarius, I want you to realize something important. You've overcome more challenges than you may realize. Here you are stronger, wiser, and with a clearer vision of what you truly want in life. But now, the universe is telling you that it's time not just to survive, but to truly live. Because something big is waiting for you on the horizon, and you won't be able to reach it if you continue carrying what no longer belongs to you. And now, I want to talk to you about love, because there's something in your energy that tells me love has an important message for you. I see in your reading someone who still thinks of you. It could be someone from your past, someone with whom things were left unresolved, or even someone in your present, but with whom there is an emotional distance. The Eight of Cups appears again, signaling farewells, but also growth and personal evolution. This tells me that someone in your life has had to go away to find themselves, to mature, and to learn something they hadn't understood before. The big question is this: do you believe true love can survive time and distance? Because the cards suggest that this story isn't over yet. Sagittarius, love has not disappeared. It is simply waiting for the right time. It may be that this person will return in the future with a more evolved version of themselves, or perhaps the universe will bring you an even more authentic love that aligns with your essence. What I see clearly is that love is still present in your life, waiting for the right opportunity to manifest. Now, I want to talk to you about the future, because this is where the cards show me something truly profound. The Ten of Pentacles appears, indicating that your destiny is filled with prosperity, stability, and achievements that you have not fully seen yet. Sagittarius, if there is one thing I want you to remember from this reading, it is this: you have everything you need to build the life you dream of. Maybe at this moment, you don't see it with full clarity. Perhaps doubts or concerns are still lingering in your mind. But let me tell you something: everything you've experienced has been part of the process to lead you to something much bigger. There are no coincidences here. Every person who left, every situation that changed, every unexpected turn on your path all had a purpose: to strengthen you, to help you grow, and to prepare you for what's to come. And what's coming, Sagittarius, is extraordinary. The cards show me new opportunities on the horizon, a path that will lead you to a place where you will truly feel in harmony with yourself. It could be a change in your career path, an idea that finally materializes, or an unexpected emotional connection. The important thing is that you allow yourself to receive all the good that life has to offer you, because sometimes, without realizing it, we close ourselves off to opportunities. We convince ourselves that we're not ready, that we don't deserve it, or that if something good comes, it could disappear at any moment. But here, The cards are telling you something very clear. Trust the universe. Leave your doubts behind, and don't be afraid to receive what you deserve. Sagittarius, my dear, this reading is not over yet, and the cards still have much to reveal. I feel an intense and vibrant energy moving around you, as if the universe is aligning all the pieces that seemed scattered before. I want you to breathe deeply and feel what I'm about to tell you, because this will resonate inside you. Something within you is changing. A part of you has begun to release emotional burdens that no longer belong to you. Have you felt lately that something inside you is lightening? Have you noticed that certain thoughts no longer weigh on you as they did before? The world appears here, a card that speaks of endings and beginnings, of closing cycles with maturity and opening up to new experiences with a more evolved mentality. This tells me that you are leaving behind an old version of yourself, a version that no longer fits who you are becoming. It's possible that situations, habits, or even relationships that once seemed essential in your life no longer hold the same meaning for you. There is no resentment, only evolution. Sagittarius, you have changed, you have grown, and now you need something different. Here, I want you to ask yourself a deep question. The awakening is here. Are you ready to see the truth? I want you to reflect on this. What have you been holding on to only out of habit, not because you truly want it? Because that is exactly what the cards are telling you. The time has come to release what no longer serves you and open up to new experiences. The Judgment card appears a card that speaks of awakening, of seeing things clearly, of realizing the truth without filters or illusions. This tells me that if you ever had doubts about a situation, if you felt something wasn't right, or there were missing pieces in a story, you will soon receive a sign that will clarify everything. It could be an unexpected conversation, revealing news, or even a moment of introspection where suddenly everything makes sense. And here, there's something else, Sagittarius. I see that someone in your life is also awakening to reality, someone who did not see things clearly, but now begins to understand what they previously ignored. I don't know if this is a romantic relationship, a friendship, or a family member, but what I see is that this person had to move away or take some distance in order to see the truth with new eyes. And here comes the big question. Do you believe in second chances, Sagittarius? The cards tell me that someone wants to return, someone who has changed, who has learned, and who now understands things they didn't before. But be cautious, Sagittarius. This doesn't mean that you should accept this person just because they return. The decision is entirely yours. The cards only show that someone who moved away now wants to return with a different energy, with an open heart, and with a renewed intention. Here, I want you to reflect. If this person returns, what would you do differently this time? Would you give yourself the chance to close the cycle in a healthy way? Or do you think it's best to move on without looking back? The important thing is that you don't make this decision out of fear or nostalgia, but from clarity and self-esteem. Speaking of clarity, there is a very strong message that I need to tell you in this reading as well. The Hermit appears a card that indicates you need some time for yourself to reflect and listen to your own voice without external distractions. I feel that in the midst of all these changes and revelations, there is a part of you that needs to stop and really think about what you want. Don't rush. Don't make impulsive decisions. Listen to your intuition, because that's where all the answers you need lie. The Hermit tells me that you need space to reconnect with yourself, to step away from external noise, and focus on what really matters. Sagittarius, you are a sign that loves adventure, expansion, and learning. But sometimes you surround yourself with so many experiences and distractions that you forget to listen to yourself. So, I want you to reflect on this. When was the last time you did something just for you, without thinking about others? When was the last time you gave yourself a break and simply allowed yourself to be without feeling responsible for everything and everyone? The cards are telling me that you need a moment of peace, a moment of connection with yourself, because inside, you are all the answers you've been seeking, Sagittarius. The future is calling you. Are you ready to receive it? And now, I want to talk to you about the future, because this is where the reading gets even more interesting. Look at what appears in your reading, the Ace of Pentacles. This card represents new opportunities, prosperity, stability, and expansion in all areas of your life. This tells me that a new beginning is on the way, something that will bring you security, growth, and a sense of tangible success. It could be a new job, a personal project, an important investment, or even an opportunity that comes unexpectedly. What I see clearly is that this will mark a turning point in your life, something that will bring you peace of mind and allow you to move forward with more confidence. I feel a powerful energy surrounding you, as though the universe is reorganizing pieces that once felt out of place. I want you to take a deep breath and really feel what I'm about to tell you, because this will resonate deeply within your soul. Something inside you are shifting. Something is aligning with your true purpose. The cards show me that a part of you has begun to release emotional burdens that no longer belong to you. Have you felt lately that something inside you is lightening? Have you noticed that certain thoughts no longer weigh you down as they once did? Here, the world appears a card that speaks of both endings and beginnings, of closing cycles with maturity and embracing new experiences with an evolved mindset. This tells me that you are leaving behind an old version of yourself, one that no longer fits with the person you are becoming. It's possible that situations, habits, or even relationships that once seemed essential in your life no longer hold the same meaning for you. There is no resentment, only evolution. Sagittarius, you have changed. You have grown. And now, you need something different. Now, I want you to ask yourself a deep question. If today you had the chance to start over without fear, without limitations, and free from the burdens of the past, what would you do differently?